in a stock. I'm in the environment of creating Theoside or whoever's watching. So I'm in a stock. So we're gonna test it out. This is the Esky right here. Nari did this extremely like perfect. Maybe only had to try it once. So we're gonna do it right now. How to do this first part. So you're gonna slowly go down here because if you fall off, the car will hit you and you gotta reset. There's no other way back up. So you either come up to this fast or slow. It doesn't matter. And then you're gonna pull back. I'm just gonna run. Yep, we're gonna be able to do this. So you're pull back and then push forward, push forward, push forward. I know there's a way to do it. Maybe it's slow. I know there's a way to do it. It's just trial and error. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Oh man, maybe it isn't. Ah, there we go. So you gotta like force it on there and then push forward. Then you get to every one of these rivets. Oh, except I screwed up. All right. So you get to every rivet. There you go. So you gotta pull back just slightly, not go too fast, and then wheelie, and then push forward again to keep your balance on the pipe. Wheel back, push forward. Again, you gotta keep your balance on the pipe. Slow up, wheelie, push forward, but not too much because you'll bounce. You wheelie, push forward, but again you bounce and then you'll fall. So you wheelie and let it drop. If you push forward too much, you'll actually bounce off the bike, and then you will you'll have to restart. There's no checkpoint till you get to the top here. Again, you wheelie and then you bounce. You wheelie, bounce, you wheelie. Ooh, almost saved it. Come down here. If you screw up, it's okay. Did I get it? All right. So if you screw up, it's okay. There's a checkpoint up here. You can get it from down here. Boom, we got it. There's no way to get up there. I crossed it off. You reset, and then boom, you're back up here, and then the rest is history. Because then you do it, you come down here, you wheelie up here, and then you go to this pipe again down here, and it's gonna be just hanging on. If you can't hang on, it's okay. Once you get to this checkpoint, then it's all about this. It's all about this right here. I can't do it, we're gonna fail it. This one's a little tricky too until you get the hang of it. So you're gonna wheelie, and you gotta keep your speed up is the problem. You gotta keep your speed up on this, and that happens, and you gotta reset. So this whole part is all about trial. It's all about parkour. I wouldn't say it's necessarily about off-roading. You get off-roading eventually, but you gotta keep that speed up and get that wheelie going, or you can't keep your speed up. So you gotta keep landing it, but wheeling, or you won't keep your speed. You keep wheeling, you're gonna transfer to APC here, and then you're gonna go APC, and then the rest is off-roading. But I don't have to redo this whole thing. But yeah, let's redo the start again. So we're gonna restart. Alright, so we're at the beginning one more time. Come down here. This is an Esky. I consider it a dirt bike. I know it's a motorcycle, but I feel like it's a dirt bike in its own way. So anyways, I chose this because most people don't have this motorcycle, so I did it on purpose to make you like it, I guess. Anyway, so you barely put on this part. I put it here for a reason. You barely get on there. Am I going to be able to keep it up? And then you just push forward. You barely get on there and you push forward. So let's do it again. I'll reset. So I put these down here for a reason. So like I said, so you're going to do the wheelie. Push forward, push forward, push forward. Keep your gas up, and boom, you're back on again. And we're gonna screw this one up. Ooh, can we get it? All right, push forward, and then you're on. So you can do it. You can do it. Again, this is stock. This is not a custom. That's what happens when you go too fast. So again, you wheelie. Keep your speed up. You're gonna slowly inch your way onto here. You're not gonna be able to stay on. Pull forward. All right. And again, here we go. Wheelie. Push forward. The first one's a little harder. Wheelie here. Push forward. I always try to keep my speed not crazy. Wheelie, push forward. Again, you don't want to get the bounce, so you don't want to go too fast. You wheelie, and let it drop. You go up here, you let off the gas, you wheelie, let it drop. Again, do it again. Wheelie, let it drop. It's all about throttle control up through here. You wheelie, you let it drop. About to fall off, you want to get to that checkpoint. You wheelie, you let it drop. There's the first checkpoint, so if you fall off from here, you're good. You can literally go as fast as you want through here. There will be a brake pad. It'll kill you. It'll knock you off. It almost happens every time. You don't want to do too much, but you're going to come through here. Get that checkpoint, bam, hit the wall again, and once again, I'll show you this next part down here. You're just gonna glide up here, hit that, boom. Probably fall down right here, but again, all right. I know you gotta get your speed up here if you're going for a stop. All right, so you wheelie up to the building, come through, launch yourself down here. Doesn't really matter if you stay on the pipes here, but you do need to get that checkpoint, and then you're gonna keep your speed up. You gotta land this wheelie every time. You cannot keep the speed up, and you gotta watch where you're going because, yeah, if you go too far, you go in the water. Oh God, I'm talking, and there it goes. It's all about keeping your speed up and wheeling every time. Man, I screwed up. I don't think I can get this. Nope. All right, well, we can get it. Wheelie. You're gonna wheelie. You're gonna keep the. You're gonna keep the speed up. Right there is about the last one, and you have to keep going. I'm not gonna make it. I know I can do it because you guys seen me do it already. I was trying to make this less than 30 minutes, but it's already past that. So anyway, so we go wheelie, wheelie. All right, here we go. Oh shit, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something wrong. Probably because I'm talking and trying to do this. Let's go. Alright, I know there's a way to do this. It's all about trial and error, man. Alright, you guys see me do this earlier? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm failing so much. Alright, here we go. Gotta get it on straight. Get that speed up. Don't turn too much because you'll freaking fall off the ramp. Barely making it, barely making it. Once you get going, you just gotta keep bouncing it. Almost didn't make it. And again, you're into the water. After those two spots back there, you're golden. I mean, it's all about after that. It's just following the water, following the rest of the track. APC, you could go around, but you might as well just go through the water and the ramps. It's just something fun to do, and you don't see like extreme off-road track in an APC. That's why I did it. Something different. And you actually start the off-road bit right here. It is a non-contact deicide, so I would advise running this in non-contact. And the reason being not just the pipes. I will show you why you should run this in non-contact and not contact. You're going to come up here. I actually missed the checkpoint. It's back here. Alright. Now you're just going to launch yourself back off. It doesn't matter where you're at because you got to get this checkpoint. Come back down. Probably too deep. If you come off way hard, it'll actually put you below the water. But this right here, this is why you want to be in non-contact. I can't remember if you run extreme off-road in non-contact or not. But you're going to get right here, and boom, you're going to transform. Still in the water, but you're on now. These move quite a bit if you're in contact mode, and you won't be able to get through the rest of the track. Oh, God, I'm horrible today. I haven't raced this track in a while. Okay, so, again, you want to be in non-contact. You come through here. This is all about not doing what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. And you just got to follow right through. You get to the singles, then you're in doubles. No problem. You get here, cross over, boom. I ran this with about 4 people at one time. Not necessarily a whole lobby, but there it is. And you drive up here. Now, if we're good at this, we won't fall off. If we're not good, we will fall off. So here, we give the gas, boom. You can, if you fall down there, you can drive up, but just a little bit harder. When you get to here, come back across. Keep your speed up, but don't fall down, because there's another crossover. This is the checkpoint. And then the checkpoint is actually on the other side here, not down there. So you're going to come through here, let it glide. Ramp the rock, and then come up here. Again, so now you're coming back up through here. Boom, and now you just let this free fall. Just ramp this, because it's going to happen. You just need to get to that. Good lord, how do we not blow up? Probably because we're in creator mode. Alright, so you do that, then you're here. Now this one's also tricky. People talk about this. Now you're in the Enduro, pretty similar to the Esky, but a different bike nonetheless. You come through here, oh, I missed it. I missed it. So again, you're going to come up here, you're going to follow this arrow. Not go up there. You're going to want to go here. You're going to go across the rocks here. If I can do it without screwing up. Now push, 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 push. Get up to here. You're going to want to get on this thing right here. And you're going to do the same thing as the pipes. You're going to push forward on your bike to stay on it. Can't go this way. Where do you go? You go back down. There's a ledge on the rocks here. Boom, it's right there. You're going to wheelie. And usually I don't get up there, but if you will hit the checkpoint, then you just reset. It's just a maze through the stairs for a little bit. See the arrow on the right there, which means we're going to go left. Again, we're going to go left right here. You're going to go right back down. I did not even know this existed until I made this track. So then you can go through here. You can drive through here. Just something different. You're going to come out of here. There's going to be a stairs here. There's going to be a checkpoint. Instantly going to transform. We're going to warp you up here. Boom, warp. Now you're on the other side of the mountain. They come flying through here. I might as well just do the whole thing and have you watch it if you want to watch it. Boom. Got the mogul. So I put this in here. I actually own this plane, but this is just something fun to do in my opinion. Not necessarily locked to one side of the map. So you started over there at the dam. You went up. Literally went up it. You went in it. You went around it. And now we're flying across the map. Eventually, we are actually going to be in Polito at the end of this. And you're going to Mount Chiliad by the end of it and back down it. So, this is probably the most wildest thing I've ever built, but I kind of want to make somebody another one. So, I'm not in a party either, so I really hope my game chat voice is actually working, and I'm not just talking to myself this whole time. But anyways, so yeah, you're going to take this. I think the tires are up or down. Okay, so doesn't really matter when you land because you're going to transform. But we'll get here. This is really crazy here. You're going to be in DeLorean, but you cannot hover right here. Be locked to driving the DeLorean. The description's all about this. But I like to take the tires out just because, so why not? Come through here. Boom, you're going to transform. Right now, you're in a DeLorean. And I'm already spinning. Be careful of the bushes. It doesn't like it. But you're going to drive straight up the side here. There's no other way to get there but this. So you got to come up the side. There's the checkpoint. You're actually going to crisscross. You're actually going to cross the ridge here. Go all the way up to this blue wall in that green corner. Left-hand turn. You're going to come through here. Now you're going to drive down, but be cautious. I like to say let off the gas or even start hitting your brakes. Because even though there's a checkpoint there, you got to do a hard turn and go back up on basically the same way you came. So you're slow down, Now you're going to go up this ridge right here. Not the right, but the left. So through the trees and up this crevice right here. To go up this thing right here. All these trees, all these bushes. Parts of the map I didn't know exist. Parts of the map I didn't know I could do things on. You're going to get to this checkpoint here. And you're going to follow it. You're going to keep going. You're going to up this other ridge right here. All this sand that makes really good for driving up, to be honest. Anyway, so you're gonna keep going. Here comes a crazy extreme off-road part in a DeLorean. Who would have known? But bam, this shows you right where you gotta go. You gotta get to the top of this ridge and see if I can do it the first time. Boom, we're up. Let's keep the gas up. And boom, drive right up there. And now you're gonna take a left because that's what the map. Make sure your map's on. Take a left. Take a checkpoint again. You're gonna want. I can't talk. You're gonna want to start slamming that brake because if not, you go all the way down. And you might as well just reset. So you slam the brake. You go checkpoint again. Now we're gonna get back up to over 88 miles an hour. We're gonna charge those batteries. Pretend this is an electric car, not a gas car. And we're gonna speed as much as we can to get there. We're probably only going 20 miles an hour. We're gonna charge those batteries. Taking a little bit. Alright, so now we're almost there. Boy, this is really slow. For how slow this is in a stock car. It's almost not any better in a custom. Alright, so you're going to come up here. And you're like, where do I go from here? Well, you got to go back down. But again, what are we doing? We're slamming on the brakes right out the gate. Because if not, you're going to end down there where that white arrow is. Or even past it. So you're taking the brakes. You're going to start turning. You got to get to this checkpoint. We got to it. Okay, so you're going to ramp up here. And again, we're going to keep going. This is a rear-wheel drive car, I'm pretty sure, so yeah, doesn't get nuts. You just gotta believe. Starts doing the swirl. You gotta keep going. Get to the top here. Alrighty. So now we're going through this crevice. You can't even really turn your camera up. You just gotta believe you know the checkpoint's up there. So you gotta keep going. get there eventually. It will get there. Doesn't feel like it, but it will get there. There's a checkpoint up here and an arrow telling you where to go. Now you're going to go right, and you're like, okay, oh god, we're going down. What's going to happen? And boom, you're automatically in fly mode. So that was the extreme per se off-roading when it comes to a DeLorean. I think it's the only non-all-wheel drive car in this whole thing, other than, you know, the motorcycles at the beginning. Now we're going to come down here and across this. This is a nice scenic fly mode. You're thinking, man, we're at 40 checkpoints. There's still 35 more to go. Where's this going to end? Well, you're actually going to end up there. But then you're going to see this road right here to my right. That's on the mountain. You're actually going to go up that later. So again, I'm not going to finish this. I'm not going to finish this now. We're going to go the whole 75 checkpoints. Okay. Alright, so we're 4 minutes over because I started. That's why. I was like, okay. Well, yeah, I've only been doing 12 minutes, but we restarted the first, so you can see how to get to the. Okay, guys, bringing his beautiful light down to you, and you've got to get across. There's no checkpoint up here, right? You see the red dot? It's actually below. You can barely see it if you're looking at my. Well, I'm looking at my TV. You can barely see it. It's actually above the car right there. But it's all the way down on the ground. You can't get this out of hover mode. It's locked in for a reason. So you're going to fly all the way there. There's no fast way to get there any faster than I think. Maybe hold down R1 like an oppressor. I'm not really sure. But yeah. I actually do have traffic on now, which is hilarious because the train could show up. Coming here, gonna drop. And now this is probably the most extreme part of the. And we already screwed up. So we're in a bore now, which is an all-wheel drive car. Most people don't know that. So they're gonna come up here. You're gonna somewhat keep your gas up, but at the same time, not too much, or you'll slide off the mountain. Oh god, we're already sliding. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Now we gotta go up this crevice right here to the left and right. You gotta keep your gas up, and you gotta go, go, go. Again, you cannot see where you're going. You just gotta pray that it's there. You gotta right, then back to the left. Hold on to it. You got the checkpoint. Now you gotta get back in, straighten your car out a little bit. Keep on going. The checkpoints are up there somewhere. You gotta find them. Alright, so they keep going. You can't see because the sun's so damn bright in the morning. Okay. Bottomed out. Okay, there's the checkpoint. Now you slow down. You're going to go right, hard right here. You're going to go again. You're going to go up to the top of this ridge here. Keep it going, keep it going. You see the checkpoint, but you can't fall down the hill. You got to keep going. So you go left here. You go left here. Please do not fall down the mountain. Alright, so now we're going to get here. Take a right. There's actually a checkpoint on top of this ridge here before you go down again. So now you're going to go back across, fight the mountains, fight the rocks, the ridges, the plateaus, all that. You're going to get to this plateau up here. Unless you fall off. Okay. You get to this plateau up here. Screw it. What do? You just go down. Go back there, but no checkpoint. The checkpoint's all the way down at the bottom. Am I stuck? I'm stuck. No, I'm not. Okay. Still going down. I was thinking really stuck. No, nope. Nah, you just let it fall, because there's no easy way down but to just slam on your gas and hope for the best. Alright, so now we made it to the bottom. Where do we go? I have it blocked off for a reason. You gotta go. Now you gotta go up here. Follow the arrows. I'm gonna go up here. Jump this ridge. You're gonna get on this little parkour section. Now you're gonna take a and pray to God a train doesn't show up. But so you're gonna go across here. Now you're going to go up here. Now you're in the Terminus, the best off-road vehicle in the game. This thing is a beast, without a doubt. It's not too bad. Again, you're going to go up here. Now it's all about, just like the DeLorean, you're going to speed your way through that wall section. There's an arrow right here, right back behind the trees. You're going to follow all this all the way to the top. There's an arrow to the right showing you just got to keep going. An arrow right here again. You're just going to keep following the tree line, the mountains, the ridge, all that right here. You're gonna get over this crevice. There's a wall again. If you can see, there's arrows that go all the way up the side here. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't plan on that. Well, who needs doors, right? Who needs doors? So now it says to go up there, but how the hell do you get up? There's no way to actually get up there. Well, there is, but you gotta find your way. So the best way is to go this way. Let it get up there. And then just kind of hold the left and shit. It didn't work. Oh god. Alright, we get to do it again. So if you don't can do it, but now it doesn't want to do it. Okay. Here we go. So again, you're gonna come up here. Get to the top. You need to cut over no matter what. You need to cut over. So you're gonna throttle the gas. Oh, stop flipping. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Jesus criminy. Okay, one more. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. You're gonna get to the top. But you have to cut over because the checkpoint is over there. It's all about holding down the left, I'm assuming. There we go. I don't know why I kept doing it first, because the terminus is like a mini dune, by the way. It likes to flip over. Alright. So now we got past that. I think that might be one of the worst sections. There, you're near up here. Yeah, we did make it through the worst part. Okay. You're gonna follow this all the way up top. If you get lost, you just have to know the checkpoints on the road up there. So if you don't want to go through the middle there, you go right to the left here, make it easy on yourselves. Again, you can't see where you're going, but you know that the checkpoints on this road. Alright, so you made it to the top, so that's 55 checkpoints in. So now you're just going to drive Mount Chiliad. This is Mount Chiliad, right? I don't know, Mount Gordo, Mount Chiliad, one of those. Anyways, so you're gonna drive this. I think it's Mount Chiliad. Now there's a transformer up there. Good God, Yeti, what are you also transforming to? Well, you'll see, and you'll have yourself a good laugh. Alright, it's a bicycle. That's right. So now to finish it all off, you're in a... You're gonna ride like hell to get to the bottom. So we're at the top. This is a BMX bike, right? So guess what, guys? You can bounce your way to victory. So you want to go that way, but you don't. So you want to go a little bit farther, and now you want to cut over. You want to do the jump. Stay there. Okay, you're coming through. If you do go faster by bouncing, by the way, in case you didn't know this. But it's also treacherous, so it's up to you to do that. Come back through here again. There's a drop off here. Just cut over. Get that checkpoint. Come back here again. The drop off's over there. You're gonna hit this right here. Do a little 360 no scope. Fall down the mountain. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna make. Again, now you're following. You're following the checkpoint. You're basically gonna way down. So you're gonna come down here. Let your little legs pump as fast as they can go. Do a little bounce, make a little love. Get down tonight. Get down tonight. Do. You're out here, you're just gonna bounce. Hey, that's what I get for bouncing. Damn it. Right. Anyways, it needs to go left, and you can go right. Alright, so you make a hard left here. Now you can bounce, because again, you get the more speed up. You're not gonna really make headway by bouncing up a road. But you're gonna come up here, you're gonna follow these 3 arrows that I cut off the path that goes to the right up there. Now you're gonna start bouncing again to get your speed up. Alright, so now we're at the top. Now just all the way down. Bounce as much as you want. Almost the same as like you jumping to get more speed. Alright, so arrow again. Left here. Another jump. Come down to a bridge over here. I've not been able to actually jump this yet, so you're gonna stop. Alright, so you take a hard left here, even so it shows to go that way. And then you're gonna follow this up, and then boom, you're at the end of the table. I wonder if my restart counts. Nope, I think so. So, yeah, there you have it. Hopefully that works out for everybody. Thanks for watching.